Please come, sir. Please come. Please come here, sir. This way. This way. Please sit. So, new bottle, please. New water bottle. Fresh water bottle, please. Yeah. All right. So, to continue further, to have a little more interaction with Mr. Suresh Gupta and to know a little more about him, we have a small interaction session with him, and that will be led by our friend Mr. Benjamin Daniel. Mr. Benjamin is the chief editor of Packaging MEA and operates from Dubai. He has been into the printing and packaging industry for almost 35 years and B2B publishing and industry leadership, and he has been in the forefront in the packaging industry in that arena. He is also the organizer of Prime Summit and Awards, and he has been doing exceedingly great work. So I would like to invite Benjamin Daniel to please come and start interaction with Mr. Suresh Gupta, please. Thanks, Ben. Please come. Please sit there. I'll give you, sir. I'll give you. Here it is. Your phone, sir.
Thank you.
You can sit here in the center.
Thank you, Dr. Anil. Mr. Suresh Gupta, it's truly an honor, sir, to be here, sitting with you in this fire chat. I came prepared when Mr. Anil and Suhas, when they told me that I'm supposed to have a fire chat with you. I did some research, got a lot of information, a lot of things I prepared. But that speech that I just heard now, I just kept all of that aside. I said, this is not going to make sense because I heard something which was, that journey was fantastic and something which really makes me, so proud that, I'm sitting with a person like you to, learn from you. This journey was fantastic, and I think most of us in this room would have really enjoyed. Can we give a round of applause for this wonderful speech, please? Yeah, so I think we all can take some, at least 3 or 4 big lessons from Mr. Gupta's, thought-provoking speech that he gave us. So I just made a couple of points, which I'm sure all of us would like to hear from you. So this long and such a fulfilling career of yours, right? So in which phase of your professional career, if I may ask you, you had the greatest learning, and which you are really proud of in this long journey across flexible packaging that you've gone through? Probably more than 4 decades, I'm suppose. So please tell us so that we can also learn from you your real, something that you're really proud of in which part of your career.
Ben, this is going to sound a little, but I think I should be just straightforward about it. One thing I decided in college times, that in work I would not do something unless I'm personally enjoying myself. Not caring whether it required 6 hours a day or 14 hours a day, but I must enjoy the work. And I would not do any work which I did not enjoy. So I am so thankful to the power that I have really enjoyed my working life and my total life. Actually, I'm very, very lucky, I think.
Okay, thank you. Let's talk about the industry. This is a Flexo Summit,
Yes.
and we're all speaking Flexo from this afternoon. We had so many sessions all about
Yes.
Flexo, and we
Yes.
heard real experts speaking about the journey of Flexo, starting from North America to Europe, where it's really matured and grown, and Asia being more, not really a Flexo sector, rather a process that we followed, but now it's catching up, right? So my question is, when I had a chat with you, you mentioned about your early 90s, when, if I'm correct, that you said you had this acquaintance with Aquaflex, which was eventually taken over by
Yes.
Mark Handy.
Yes, yes,
And
that's right.
during those days, you were really looking to Flexo. That's early 1990s, when
Yes.
we were just understanding the process of Flexo. You know, we were not really into the mainstream print production with Flexo those days. But now the journey has been almost like 3.5 decades. So Flexo has matured. We have heard from all of these wonderful technology experts. But what's your take about the future of Flexo? This in this region, especially Asia, Middle East, Africa, this region, which is still nascent, I would say, it's picking up fast. For the past 4 or 5 years, we have seen Flexo really picking up, and even Anil mentioned in his speech that we had close to 2 dozen Flexo presses this year and probably 3 dozen next year. But what's your take about the future of Flexo in our region, please?
See, the market itself for flexible packaging, all things being equal, will grow very well. It will grow in double digits. The aspirations of the Indian consumer cannot be denied. The Indian consumer is very clear. And actually, it started in the 70s itself, but it really took a huge boost. If you remember the Asia Games of 1982, when India overnight got flooded with color televisions. And India at that time, in 1982, by 83, it had become the largest viewership of color television in the world. How? How did that happen? Every village in India had a single TV, kept either outside the local headman, sarpanch, whoever. There would be one large television which received Doordarshan. It was a terrestrial signal. And Doordarshan had launched the color, if you will remember, the color series. So they all suddenly watched not just what they saw in Bollywood movies, but they saw stuff which the rest of the world was using normally in their way of life. They had never seen it. So this giant population of India became, inspired that why can't we get these things? That aspiration since 1982 is still continuing. So growth is inevitable. Because also it is inevitable that the per capita income of the country will increase. It's historically a fact that all emerging nations, emerging nations means they are the poorest, right? Now we have, now take Bihar, which has just had an election. Bihar's per capita income is lower than sub-Saharan Africa. That's a fact. I'm quoting IMF and, So this is bound to go up. It has to. Because the consumer cannot be denied. So, against when demand is growing, that demand can generate demand for all technologies, which it is. Then we've heard a lot today of the advantages of Flexo. All of these are known, and it's all basics. It's the truth. There are so many things which are easier in Flexo. I know. I mean, I brought in Flexo in 1994 for that reason. And so all those advantages will drive it. And there's a long scope for improvement in print quality, which will happen. I learned about Flexo printing at this Trinity place in United States, which was supposed to be the world's best pre-press technology house. And I can tell you that in terms of fundas, we still have to get to that level, which is, for example, the best from the US. which is the leader in flexo technology. Of course, now the Germans will really kill me if I say that, or the Italians will, I know.
All right. Okay, thank you very much. Let's switch gears. That was wonderful. You know, we heard about training. We heard about talent, young talent coming up. You know, within the flexo space. What's your recommendation for some of them over here? We see some Gen Zs over here sitting, and many others. You know, what's your advice for them? How do you think we can bring them into this industry, packaging industry? How can they make a career in the packaging industry?
Look, number one, study packaging. So, and get convinced about some basics. Packaging industry is a great place to be in. Why? Because it is invaluable to the development of human society. The biggest activity in the world is the manufacture of food. This is true in terms of human activity, in terms of number of people employed, etc., and doing this globally. The largest activity is production of food. There are enough facts, but I'm sure you would agree in terms of employment, etc. And food cannot reach its consumers, whether it be us humans or whether it be domesticated animals or partially domestic, without packaging. It is a vital, it preserves the product. You know all the reasons for that. And but packaging can also be, as we talked about waste, there were people talking about waste. Yes, one of the biggest problems is not with plastics. There's nothing wrong with plastics, but we don't know how to consume it, how to recycle it. I can tell you that I went through hell just trying to get waste norms utilized by the municipalities and by the the road responsible organizations to make roads. It became humiliating work. I personally have been to CRRI, Central Road Research Institute, which is an excellent institute. Some of you go there to CRRI. It's fascinating. Those scientists are brilliant. So everything is available with the government. But translating that into actually doing it, collecting films, getting them shredded in the manner so that they can be blended with the, tar and everything. And it works also. We made, in Bombay, I was part of the people who, there were 100 kilometers of road we got made, which worked beautifully. So there's a lot, it's a fascinating subject. And it's going to become more and more important. And as I said, if you get fascinated with it, then you'll be doing something you enjoy doing and are proud of.
Thank you. That's the message for all you Gen Zs over there. If you have a question that is this a burgeoning industry, is it really going to be a right industry to invest and to spend my rest of my career? That's the answer. It's a fascinating industry, right? So I've got a couple more questions for you, which I put together. Packaging industry, when you spoke, you mentioned about knowledgeable people, skilled people you were looking for, you got, and that's how you scaled up the business in Huhtamaki. But we are in an age where we are speaking about automation, digitalization, AI. We're talking about automation 4.0. Now they're speaking 5.0. With all this digitalization and human-machine intelligence going forward, do you really need knowledgeable people to run this sector, especially the flexo sector, because it's so automated? Do you need people who are more skilled still, or what's your take on this?
Look, product quality related to that innovation, extremely important. There are things like, a company can have a situation where people are identified who have achieved something on innovation, and then you map the sales from each innovation and take it as a percentage of your total sales. That becomes a target for the company. Uh, we had a target of 30% minimum. That means there would be 30% of our annual sales must come from product structures which are not more than 2 years old. It's something like, I actually copied it from 3M. And, it's something which actually works. And sorry, what was your question again? I got cut.
About digitalization and automation.
Oh, yeah. Look, I am a great respecter of artificial intelligence, and I'm also very scared of it. But very interesting, today's paper, I don't know if you read, it is now proven that with the current level of AI, there is no AI today which understands a joke. Just a joke. A normal joke which you and I would immediately laugh at, AI does not know what to do. It has to search its database and then say, oh, it's called a joke. And then it'll say, ha ha. But it doesn't naturally understand a joke. This is as important, this is for the same reasons, it cannot innovate in a true sense.
Thank you. There's one very important question which I think all of us in this room would like to hear from you as an advice. So we have brand owners here, we have converters, we have machine manufacturers, OEMs, technology experts sitting in this room. So all of us have challenges. Cost pressure, we have supply chain challenges, we have many other challenges around the industry, this particular industry, packaging industry. What's your message to us, as we move forward? Because all of these are, I don't want to use the word challenge over here. It's not a problematic challenge, but it's a challenge which we have to face in a positive way and overcome. Out of your experience, what would be your advice to all of us? It's a very generic question.
Virtually any challenge is met only by people. So you must have people who are highly motivated, knowledgeable, motivated, focused, just the right people. And it's not that you are saying, that if you feel that there are some people who are not right, then they need training. That's it. Then you have to provide the training. People will face and overcome any challenge. You have a competitive pressure which seems awesome. You have a government regulation which seems, I know so many younger people in the industry who panic totally. Oh my God, the Pollution Control Board is going to clamp down on this, is going to clamp down on that. How will this happen? We are going to lose tons of money. If they would turn up with me and say, I said, why are you worried? Stop getting worried. Just do what is expected and simultaneously do what is right, which may not be what is expected, but what is right. And you'll be fine. And just make sure that everyone, this is where it comes to communication within your company or organization, whatever, that you're communicating. Everything in the right way. That's the only way. That's why I'm advising that when you are starting off a major change in the company or a major new objectives, etc., please be prepared to work 14 hours a day and enjoy yourselves doing it. Work hard, party hard. That's the only way to go.
Thank you, sir. That was such a wonderful way to finish it. So it's a pleasure. Thank you very much for your time.
Thank you. It's an honor to talk to all of you. Thank you.
Frankly speaking, thank you so much. It was a really very engaging discussion.